Hello everyone. Today we are going to see from NCERT syllabus for class 8, lesson number 6, Bhagwan Ke Dakiye, and it's written by Ramdhari Singh Dinkar, and it's a poem. And the meaning of the topic is postman of God, or we can say messengers of God. And in this poem, poet has considered bird and cloud as the postman of God and wants to say that it is they who move freely from one place to another. They are the messengers of God. Now, before getting to the poem, I just want to give you a gist of the poem. And in this poem, the poet says that the birds and the clouds are the messengers of God. Okay, so the birds in the sky constantly move from one place to another, and the clouds will and run from here to there, and both of them appear to be the postmen of God, because seeing them it is felt that after getting the message of God, they cross a vast country and go to another huge country and share the message of God. Okay, so the poet believes that we considered ourselves to be a highly learned, highly educated, brilliant, and we call trees and plants as inert and lifeless, which is our foolishness. In fact, the message that is conveyed by birds and clouds from one place to another is unable to understand by humans, whereas the trees, plants, lakes, streams, seas, and mountains, etc., read the messages brought by them. Okay, so the opinion of the poet is that we see the actions of natural elements only in general, but do not understand the purpose behind them. Okay, so we all know that the fragrance of the flowers of one region is goes to another country without any hindrance. Okay, and this fragrance spreads everywhere with the help of the flying wings of birds, like a loving message of a free heart. Okay, and in the form of clouds, the water of a one country flies off as a stream and it rains in another country. The meaning of the poem is that the birds and the clouds move freely from one country to another without any animosity. And this is the message of God that the world is one, okay, and for all. We should not discriminate against anyone. Man does not understand the message of God. Now let's get into the poem. Now I am going to read out the stanzas and explain you the meaning in English. Now the first stanza is, पक्षी और बादल ये भगवान के डाकिये हैं जो एक महादेश से दूसरे महादेश को जाते हैं। हम तो समझ नहीं पाते हैं मगर उनकी लाई चिट्ठियाँ पेड़ पौधे पानी और पहाड़ बाँचते हैं। Now, according to poet, birds and clouds are the postmen of God, okay, or messengers of God. Now, birds travel from one country to another, and the clouds move from here to there and carry the message of their universal brotherhood to the whole nature. That is like trees, plant, lakes, streams, seas, and mountains, and all. Okay, and the poet believes that the nature understand the message of birds and clouds, but human cannot understand it. हम तो केवल यह आंकते हैं कि एक देश की धरती दूसरे देश को सुगंध भेजती है और वह सौरभ हवा में तैरते हुए पक्षियों के पंखों पर तिरता है और एक देश का भाप दूसरे देश में पानी बनकर गिरता है. In these lines, the poet has wanted to clarify the idea that the fragrance of flowers of one region on earth floats in air and travels unhindered to another country by the feathers of bird, Okay, and the clouds form in one country and rains in another country. And the feeling is that the nature is not bound by any bond and does not discriminate against anyone. Okay, man should also follow this path, eliminate mutual discrimination, and live with love. So, here we have finished our poem, and what the poet wants to tell in this poem, that we have to forget all the caste discrimination and highlight the spirit of brotherhood in the whole world. Okay, and as we all know that today the whole world is divided into so many countries, and there are so many countries which do not have a good relation with each other, isn't it? In such a situation, they clash over some issue and the general public has to suffer for that. Just as all the resources of nature have a benevolent nature without any discrimination, in the same way, forgetting all the discrimination, we should be supportive to everyone at the world level. One should understand the difficulties of another country, and negative emotion should not be brought to mind. And if all the people of the world try to live together, then the whole world can move towards progress. Now once I'll read out the poem. पक्षी और बादल ये भगवान के डाकिये हैं, जो एक महादेश से दूसरे महादेश को जाते हैं। हम तो समझ नहीं पाते हैं, मगर उनकी लाई चिट्ठियाँ पेड़ पौधे पानी और पहाड़ बाँचते हैं। हम तो केवल यह आंकते हैं कि एक देश की धरती दूसरे देश को सुगंध भेजती है, और वह सौरभ हवा में तैरते हुए पक्षियों की पाँखों पर तिरता है, और एक देश का भाप दूसरे देश के में पानी बनकर गिरता है। रामधरी सिंह दिनकर. I hope you understood this poem, and I hope this video will be useful for you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and do share my video. And also don't forget to give your suggestions and comments. It mean a lot to me. Thanks a lot.